Hi everyone, welcome back to Peter and Grada's session. Today on Tuesday, we are the co-owners of a successful wellness center in Tasmania. It's called the Purple House. Today, I want to talk about one of our clients who had suffered a heart attack, and after that he came to us because he was very confused about the information he had been given on his way home by the medical profession. And so we together took a look at his medical information. This was advice he was given how to prevent another heart attack and how to supposedly keep his heart healthy. Now, before I go into it, I just want to share the statistics with you. Apparently, 500 million people worldwide at the moment right now suffers from cardiovascular disease, so they are like a ticking time bomb with potentially a heart attack waiting to happen. We all know somebody who's suffered, heart disease and all the rest. So it's very timely that we take a look at it and look at the information that was given to him. So we looked at the forms, and then Peter, I know he's jumping up and down, he wants to share his opinion, but that's okay. So on his form it said, enjoy healthy eating. Well, that's great. I thought, yay, so far so good, because of course you need to enjoy life and enjoy healthy eating. Then what was suggested for him was like, have 2 servings of fruit and 5 servings of vegetables every day. Now, we don't agree with it, so if you're just butting in now, this is not what we're recommending. That was on his sheet, right? And then he was told to have whole grain cereals, bread, rice and pasta, choose lean meats and low-fat dairy food, eat fish twice a week and drink plenty of water. And then it says use moderate amounts of polyunsaturated oils and margarines. So they said canola and sunflower oil. Anyway, I nearly had a heart attack when I was reading it. So needless to say, Peter and I, we only agreed with point 4, which is drink plenty of water and eat fish. But we personally don't eat much fish anymore because today the fish is so very polluted and filled with mercury and all sort of heavy plastics and toxins. So fish is not the health food that it is promoted to be. So in our opinion, the advice that our client was given set him up for another heart attack.
Probably the one you catch out of the lakes wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, you're talking about fish again, but
yeah.
I'm already moved on. So, okay. So then it also said, avoid full cream dairy foods and avoid cream, sour cream, butter and meat fats. Okay, so in our opinion, but this is just our humble opinion and you don't have to believe us though, but this is exactly the type of diet that would destroy my client's heart and arteries, make him feel miserable, depressed and hungry, right? So let's just quickly give you a basic overview of what your body consists of. Your body mostly consists of fats. Those fats are like mostly saturated fats, like the ones that you find in animal products.
Our body is almost
and cholesterol
70% pure cholesterol or saturated fat.
So we're always told, cut out the meat fats, cut out cholesterol, cut out saturated fats. But, okay, it begs the question then, what are you meant to eat, right? And so if you look at the cell membrane, so we just consist of trillions of cells. You're looking at a mountain of cells when you look at pig and meat, 2 mountains of cells, nothing else. You pull them apart, every cell has a membrane, and every cell, the membrane consists of like fats, right? And in our opinion, healthy fats are saturated fats and animal fats. And that's what restores your body. And if you think about it, when people are lucky enough to be breastfed at the start of their life, that is saturated fats, like animal fats, because the mom is an animal, she's not a plant, right? So just think of it logically, breast milk is like animal fat, and we know that babies thrive on breast milk. And then secondly, we also hear that when people go on a fast, like intermittent fasting, or they go on a water fast, you actually go on a carnivore diet because you're eating your own body. So, and people do really, really well when they go on a fast diet. Suddenly their stem cells are starting up. It's like a jump start to every system in your body. So now I want Peter to take over. So Pete, just take over what you wanted to say.
I think Greta's nearly stolen all my information.
Just keep going.
If you do start using fats for your fuel, which I believe is what we're designed to do, because that little baby, we don't change species from being breastfed to being on solids. But when we start our children on solids, and Greta and I did the same, we started them on stewed fruit, mashed veggies and cereal and a little bit of yogurt and milk that's got a little bit of fat in. So instead of making 75% of our energy out of fats, our kids then made 75% of their energy out of sugars.
And carbohydrates.
So it's my belief that if we'd all continue to make 75% or more of our energy out of fats and good oils, we wouldn't have hospitals for disease, because fats don't cause it. Mm-hmm. And 55% of that energy that newborn was making was made from saturated fats. So that tells me that saturated fats are good for us, not bad for us, which the Heart Foundation gives a tick for margarines and those running oils, and the medical world is still telling people to cut saturated fats out of their diet, which the myelin sheath around all our nerves, which is the insulation to our nerves, that is pure cholesterol. It's saturated fat and cholesterol. Mm-hmm. So if you don't want to go down the path of losing your myelin sheath, which
all sorts of like ADHD,
any neurological disorder is losing the myelin sheath, you need lots of saturated fat and cholesterol in your diet.
Even thinking, because your brain is just firing away neurons. Yeah. And neurons, by the way, are growing all the time. Like our brain is replacing itself, believe it or not, non-stop. So even if you've lost ground, you can definitely repair yourself. And so if you think of people who've had like heart disease or heart attacks or anything like stroke, which is very common, by the way, you need to treat yourself like that newborn baby. Like you're not the same person that you were before, not immediately anyway. Like there is a restoration time that the body requires with lots of rest and repair takes energy. So when our body is repairing, apparently our nutritional needs are like 7 times bigger or more than when you're not repairing, than when you're just living your normal life. By the way, I don't know many people who just living a normal life. If you know somebody, let us know. Like lots of people are in crisis today, and lots of people need help. Life is just very, very intense at the moment. So everyone needs to make sure that your baseline diet, the foundational diet, the meals that you eat is healthy. And so I'll just quickly tell you, you need lots of butter. Organic butter is better, or cream. And meat fats are very, very good. So meat fats are just often just chucked out by the butcher. So you can go to the butcher and ask for meat fat. Meat fats also have like help your body to absorb, all the fat soluble vitamins like vitamin D. We also don't think you should be taking synthetic vitamin D. This is another thing that creates problems for people, in our opinion. Okay, so it's very controversial what we're saying here, but if you go out in the sun in Australia, 10 or 20 minutes a day is enough, and you can get lots of vitamin D from butter and meat fats as well.
They're also fat soluble, so we need a lot of fat floating around our body to transport those 20 hormone-like substances that the medical world call vitamin D. They aren't vitamins, they're hormone-like substances, and we need all 20, I'd say, rather than just one.
So fats make you feel nice and full, so you don't feel hungry, and then you don't reach for the carbohydrates and sugars. Now fruits, here's another
we get 10 times the amount of energy from molecular fat than we do from molecular sugar. So,
and also your liver needs fats to digest or to eradicate rid of the poison. So your liver is the big detox system, we all know that, right? It's like a huge factory, you could say, that is super smart, and it has 500 jobs in the body that we know of. I mean, for all you know, it might have another 500 that we don't know, but it needs fats to work properly.
yeah, it stimulates it to work properly.
And so, like, I feel really passionate about it because Pete and I, even though we've always been very health conscious, but like 42 years ago, our eldest son is already 42, and I did lots of research, but this was before Google, of course, so I just had to look at the books that were available in the library in Launceston and other articles that I always followed. But we were led to believe at that point in time that margarine was good in that, so we used Natalux, and I did breastfeed my kids for a long time. Like, we have 6 kids and they all got breastfed for a long time, which probably saved them. But we didn't have enough salt in our diet. I avoided sugar, but I also avoided fat. So it was really hard to fill the kids up, and we were always hungry, weren't we, Pete? And so it wasn't until later that we discovered, hey, soy milk is like super bad for the kids, and they need salt, they need the minerals, and they need the good fats. And we've really just unpacked all of this more and more so, probably since the year 2005, which is nearly 20 years ago, that we really accelerated all our learnings, right? So we also realized that
if you can get organic food, all the better, because animals, they are injected with vaccines, with antibiotics, with toxins that we're consuming if we don't, if we have any animal product that's had those toxins.
Yeah. So anyway, the worst thing though is, like, we've realized, Peter and I now, that absolutely enemy number one for your body and for your children are the vegetable oils, right? Because apparently studies are showing that people literally are cutting back on their carbs now, and sugars, yay, which is great. Like, according to the most recent studies, like, the general population is waking up that, you know, you have to avoid carbs and sugar and not have as much, but people still don't realize that vegetable oils like the canola oil and the soybean oil, and it's like
safflower, sunflower, all the polyunsaturated oils,
straight poison, right? And everyone uses it. Everyone.
That's a major cause of most chronic diseases, including cancer, diabetes. You list all the diseases, the chronic diseases, and behind it is the vegetable seed-based oils.
Yeah, because disease is still going up statistically speaking, but sugars and carbs are slightly declining, so they're not increasing. Also, obesity is also still going up. So now the finger is pointed at those yellow vegetable oils that you see. They look so delicious when you walk past them, because they cook chips and everything, all the delicious food that people cook when you go to a restaurant. It's all cooked in that toxic vegetable oil, which, by the way, is also sprayed. You can buy that as an organic spray for your weeds in Canada.
Apparently, about 50 years ago, the average person made 1 to 2% of their calories from omega-6, which is one of the oils in linoleic acid, which is one of the oils in seed-based oils. Nowadays, the average person is making 25% of their calories from omega-6.
I know.
And
it's scary, isn't it?
It's in every processed food. You check out all the ingredients in processed food, there's always vegetable oils there. I thought I was feeding our pets on raw meat.
Our dog and cats.
Diet. I looked at the ingredients one day, and in there is vegetable oil.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. They just like to create whoever. It's either ignorance or it's like maybe, you know, to promote disease. So once you do all that, so you made the switch and start eating lots of healthy fats. Even coconut is a really, really healthy fat, don't get me wrong. That's one of the good ones, coconut oil. Then you also need to supplement with enzymes. That's what we recommend anyway. We believe that enzymes is also another one of the missing links. And not many people have heard about enzymes because they talk about vitamins and minerals, right? And hydration, of course. But as we age, like after 27, our enzyme production drops off, naturally speaking. Age 27 used to be when we were at our physical peak performance. And then after we turn 40, it drops off dramatically again, because this is Mother Nature's way of making room for the next generation. So we recommend that everyone looks at supplementing with a really, really good enzyme every day. And Peter and I have been doing that now for since 2009, or Peter earlier than that. But since 2009, we've been stocking, you know, world-class enzymes in our shop. We get them mostly from the US.
Plus having, replenishing the good intestinal bacteria every day is essential for good health. So you need a superior probiotic or fermented foods. And scientists have isolated 400 different enzymes that those little critters are producing for us, and we're still finding out what they're doing for us. But enzymes are critical for life.
Also fermented foods like sauerkraut and kimchi and all that. And make sure the fermented foods, if you buy them, if you don't ferment your own, make sure they haven't been pasteurized, because of course that kills everything again, right? So you have to be... Or
irradiated. If they come in, they're still classified a fresh vegetable. So if they come into Tasmania or from overseas, then they won't have anything living in them, I don't think.
So fermented foods are packed with good bacteria and enzymes. That's the beauty of fermented
Make sure they are locally made.
So then the other thing, drink lots of water, make sure it's healthy water. If you want to have a look at a good water filter, just send us an email or a message. And then the other thing, this is just a random thing that springs to mind. You know how everyone sprays deodorant under their arms, right? Pretty well, you know, the average person.
Or roll them.
And it's because, you know, well, it smells nice, don't get me wrong, but it also creates heart disease because the aluminium of the standard deodorants goes into your bloodstream and it thickens your blood, because that's the role of aluminium. It makes your blood sticky, and then your blood is very sticky, and it has to go through the pump, which is your heart, and it puts a lot of stress on your heart.
Strain on the filters in the kidney.
So please stop doing that.
Filters in the pump.
There are other ways to give you a nice smell, right? So anyway, that's for a different time on time. So I hope that this makes it clear. I'll put the article below the video so you can read it in peace and quiet. Basically it gives you an outline what to avoid and what to have more of. That's what we recommend. Of course, magnesium is like fantastic for your heart as well, because magnesium is like a stress circuit breaker, isn't it?
And it relaxes muscles.
Yeah, and it builds your heart up and your brain. It's really, really good for your brain as well. So, all right, I think time is up. So we feel very passionate about this. You know, sometimes we say more than we should, which sometimes gets us into trouble. But anyway, we like people to be informed, so share this with some of your loved ones. And if you want more information, just reach out to us. We're here still seeing clients 3 days a week. What is it? Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The online shop is, of course, always open. You can check that out as well and read some of the articles. There are like hundreds and hundreds of articles there. So if you need help, please reach out to us. We're here to help you. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Have a good week.
We really appreciate you. Bye.